For a full copy of today's recipe, check us out on Facebook at Poppy's Cucina or right here on YouTube under the community tab. So what are we going to make today? Today we're making this unbelievably flavorful, ridiculously creamy, delicious, and so easy. Less than an hour. This is already less than an hour. We're making chicken Florentine. So good, so yummy, and so easy. Love that. Alright, so to get started, in this large saute pan, I've been heating up 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And once the pan is nice and hot, we're going to add our chicken that we cut in half. There's that sizzle. Alright, it is hot. So we're going to cook the chicken for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Just so it gets a nice sear. You don't want to cook it fully, but you want it almost there, because the chicken will finish cooking in the sauce. Okay. I cut these pretty thin, so probably about 4 minutes on each side, depending on the thickness of the breast. Alright, so we're going to allow this to cook. And just about 8 minutes later, they're ready to come out. So I did 4 minutes on each side. You'll see chicken got some nice searing on it. It's not fully cooked, but it's pretty close. So now we're going to take the chicken out. And now into the same hot saute pan, I added the other tablespoon of olive oil, along with 4 cloves of minced garlic and 1 small onion that I diced, which is about a cup of onion. All right, so now we're going to saute this, try to get all these little chunks of chicken that got stuck to the bottom of the pan. We're going to saute this over a medium-high heat, just till the onions become translucent. So just about 2 minutes. Ah, you already smell that garlic. I love it. Yum. And once your onions become translucent, we're going to add 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. Use whatever kind of mushrooms you like. Porcini would be amazing in this, but they're not the easiest mushroom to find. Baby Bella, I'm just using a regular white button. That's a nice texture and flavor. If you don't like mushrooms, you can leave these out entirely and skip this step and save yourself a couple minutes. Alright, so now we're going to cook this over that same medium to medium-high heat. For about 5 minutes, just until the mushrooms stop sweating. Okay. We will see these in 5 minutes. Just like that. It actually took only about 3.5 minutes, so maybe I have the heat on too high. Alright, so now to this we're going to add half a cup of a dry white wine. I like to use a Sauvignon Blanc, but any wine you like, as long as it's not sweet. You definitely don't want to put like a Moscato or something like that in here. And then we are going to add the contents of 1 16-ounce bag of frozen chopped spinach. You can use fresh spinach if you want, but if you ever cooked with spinach before, you'll know that 16 ounces is a lot of spinach. Fresh spinach. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to saute this pretty much just until the spinach isn't frozen anymore. And the wine reduces by half, which actually looks like it's almost reduced already. So we're just going to saute this for like 2 minutes. Turn up that heat again, back to high. All right, you want to give this nice stirs. Oh, but I love that smell of the wine reducing. Such a beautiful smell. Easy so far, right? Told you. Just like that. Now we're ready to add our creamy elements. So, you know, most people would use cream and things like that, but I like to use my favorite ingredient. That's right, it's mascarpone. So I have 8 ounces of mascarpone that I'm adding right to the pan. If you don't want to use mascarpone, you can use cream cheese, or you can even use heavy cream. It would be the same amount, 1 cup. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this all together until the mascarpone kind of breaks down, and this almost looks like a cream spinach. I'm just going to break up the big pieces and saute this all together. That mascarpone takes this dish over the top with the creaminess level and just the richness. It makes it so good. All right, this happens pretty quick, so you only want to let this saute for about a minute. I want to break up all those big chunks. Nice. And then you're going to add 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Doesn't have to be freshly grated. 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. And then we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth that I dissolved 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So now we're going to mix this all together. We don't want any clumps of cheese or anything crazy. Bring this up to a quick boil. You can see it's going to thicken up beautifully. But look at that sauce. Ah, doesn't that look rich? That looks incredible. All right, you'll see we didn't add any of our seasonings yet because we really want to have the sauce developed and reduce a little bit before we add any of our salt and pepper because we don't want it to be too salty and such. But the Parmesan cheese will add a nice saltiness to this. All right, so to a quick boil, we're going to let this go. But look at it. Oh, it's going to be so good. And once your sauce starts boiling, you're going to see how thick it becomes. Look at that. Doesn't that look so rich and creamy? So now we're going to lower the heat to medium high, right in between there. And we're going to add our chicken back to this beautiful, beautiful sauce. And all that liquid that came from the chicken, you want to add that too, because that's flavor. That's a lot of flavor right there. So what we're going to do is add the chicken, get it right into the sauce. Because now the chicken's going to finish cooking in that beautiful creamy sauce. Yes. All right, so we're going to allow this to simmer just about 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending, again, on the thickness of the breasts. Oop, just made a mess. You don't want to overcook it, but you definitely don't want to undercook this either. You want to make sure that the internal temperature reaches that 165. No, you don't need salmonella. That's not fun. All right. So uncovered, we're going to allow this simmer. You know, again, depending on the thickness of the breast. But these aren't too thick, so I'm going to say probably around 15 minutes. But it could take up to 20 if you have really thick ones. All right. And that's it. That's done. How easy, right? So good. Oh, I want to taste the sauce, but raw chicken, you can't do that, so don't taste it. And just about 12, 13 minutes later, it's done. The chicken's fully cooked. Look at it. The sauce is beautiful, thick, and creamy. Taste it now. This is when you want to adjust your seasoning. Oh, doesn't need anything. Between the chicken broth and the Parmesan cheese, the salt level is perfect. Oh, it's so flavorful. It's so good. So now you can plate this up and serve it. Or if you want to go crazy, you can take out the chicken, cook a pound of pasta, whatever kind of pasta you want, toss that pasta in this gorgeous creamy sauce, and then serve the chicken on top of the pasta. What craziness! But I can't wait that long. I got to try this now. Let's plate it up. Buon appetito. There's so much flavor going on. Chicken melts in your mouth. The spinach, the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic, the mascarpone takes it over the top. It makes it so rich. Oh, it's so good. You're going to love it. You have to try it. And it's ready so fast. Less than an hour. From start to finish, less than an hour. Restaurant quality meal right there. So if you try this recipe, let us know. Thank you so much for watching.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks!
You can't stop eating this chicken. Oh, good! I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a drink, right? Let's do it! All right, so for today's Margarita Mayhem, it's Friday the 13th. We're going to start with 2 ounces of tequila. You're going to do 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. 1 ounce of pomegranate liqueur. 2 ounces of margarita mix. And then we're going to do 1 ounce of strawberry daiquiri mix. What sort of color it's going to be? Let's give it a good shaky. And we pour. Ooh, that looks good. Looks bloody. If blood was really bright. Let's give it a try. Salute. Wow. This might be my most favorite margarita ever. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. You definitely get the tequila, the margarita mix, but it's finished with the pomegranate and the strawberry. Ooh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's so good. You have to try this. Let us know if you do, and if you tried that amazing chicken Florentine, let us know. You will not regret it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Keep your suggestions coming my way. I'm running out of ideas. I really am. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Cheers.